Hello, good evening. It is 8 o'clock UK time, 9 o'clock Central European time. You are watching ESC Fan TV. Yes, this is the last time we are going to be reviewing a national final because this is it, guys. They are literally all done now. Last night, Sweden and Portugal selected their entries to go to this year's Eurovision Song Contest in Malmö. And tonight, I have a panel of guests ready, excited, and looking forward to going over the fallout from those two things. So, joining us as always, it's Sean. Hey, Sean.
Hello, everybody. Nice to be back. Can't wait for this Melodifestivalen final. Oh, love it.
Did you get FOMO last night?
Oh, yeah. I even blew up my little balloon. You know, you get a balloon in the audience. Well, I had a spare one from Malmö from the first heat, so I blew that up and I was waving it about.
in front of your own TV.
Well, I know, sad, isn't it?
Oh, Sean. Oh,
I'll make up
also joining us. That's true. Also joining us, we've got the king and queen of ESC Fan TV. It's Phil and Michelle.
Hello! Oh, I'm so glad that Sean's sadder than us.
That's nice, isn't it? Oh.
Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers in the UK, all mothers outside of the UK. You're all doing a good job.
This is true. I think, funnily enough, the rest of the world actually celebrates Mother's Day at some other random point in the year.
It's probably warmer.
It's just the UK that does it 3 weeks before Easter, in line with something that an old tradition used to do. You can tell I'm a history teacher in another life, can't you? Also joining us, we've got Alina from Belgium.
Hey, I'm a happy girl. I saw my favorite swim last night, and I saw a wonderful Swedish man on my TV who I can't stop talking about. And I'm in my Cornelia Jacob merch. I'm a happy girl.
To be fair, I did see Eric Sada and I did think of you. I was like, oh my God, I wonder if she's fast forwarded through the interval acts this week, but alas not. It's almost like she's straight in there. Also joining us, we've got Andy. Good evening, Andy. Take yourself off mute, Andy.
You'd think I'd get the hang of it by now, wouldn't you? Yesterday, I was in a pub in London where they did a screening of Melodifestivalen, which was great fun. As long as nobody tried to connect to the Wi-Fi, because every time somebody did, the screen stopped.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
So a stuttered version of Melfest. And also joining us, we've got Paul and Andrew. Good evening.
Hi everyone. Hi
everyone.
And yeah, we watched Melfest last night on about a half-hour delay, so we could fast forward all about it. I thought it was great.
See, all these people that got to watch it live on a half-hour delay and stuff. I watched it this morning, mainly because not only is it Mother's Day in the UK, but yesterday was also my mum's birthday. And funnily enough, she didn't want to sit in front of Swedish TV for 2 hours either. Unfortunately, they'd rather listen to The Archers. It's a soap on Radio 4, for those of you that don't know. Some people will say it's underrated. Other people will keep their mouths shut. I'm sure they've got a mafia there somewhere. Right, guys, let's crack on. Right, we are going to start by looking at the losers of this year's Festival de Canção. Now, don't forget, we've got Michelle and Phil in the chat room. They're chatting to people. They're looking for people to comment. Let's see if you can come up with your wittiest comment about a Portuguese loser this year. Okay, let's have a go. Right, after 3, 1, 2, 3, roll BT. There we go. 7, 12, 11, 9, 5. I'm getting the embarrassment over early with, folks. These are the finishing positions of my favourites in this year's festival to Canção. But let's go straight to Andy. What were your thoughts on the losing contestants in this year's festival?
It was all very understated. I don't want to criticise any of these songs because they are very definitely Portuguese songs, real Portuguese music. Singers are fantastic. But from a Eurovision perspective, I don't think any of these songs would have done very well because they're too ethnic to do well in Eurovision. But Festival de Canção is a very well-loved Portuguese competition in its own right. My favourite was the girl with the harp. I'm pleased she didn't sing and play the harp all the way through because that must be quite difficult to do. It was very nice to see it. And generally, I thought the standard of performance was excellent.
Hey, thanks, Andy. To be fair, I did have the girl with the harp down as well. We do have a similar musical vibe, appreciation, I think, going on in that view, which is always good. Let's go across to Elena. Do you think that the songs were too ethnic, or do you reckon Portugal's got it right in terms of levels of diversity for their songs this time round?
Well, I hear a lot of more people saying that they're wishing that more countries would sing in their own language and be more ethnic. So for those people, would that be amazing? For me, it was the first time actually watching the competition. And yeah, I don't speak Portuguese, so I was like with half of the songs like, what is happening? But I did appreciate it. I had some favorites like the girl with the squares on the floor, another guy in the blue costume, and some others. And with others, I was like, what? Like that one guy was singing in Portuguese, I think, but then it was all gospel vibes, and I was like, what is happening? And then the last one was to Dracula. I don't know what was happening for me. So yeah. It was an interesting show and evening.
Hey, we love interesting shows and evenings. I know people that are all over this, and it's Phil and Michelle. Now, Phil and Michelle coming second last night was, let's try and pronounce this. I can't pronounce it. It was Pelas Costuras was the song. It came second. It got 12 points in the televote. And I had a look on YouTube today at some of the comments, and they reckon that he was like the David Bowie of the 21st century, is what's been said. And lots of people have said that he would have made an impact had he been sent to Eurovision. What do you think? Did Portugal miss a trick here?
They definitely missed a trick. And I thought, because I don't know if the people on the internet are older than me going with David Bowie, I thought it was more adamantine. The way that he looked and his clothes and everything, I thought it was more adamant than David Bowie.
I did think they spent most of the staging budget on microphones for him, though.
There was a lot. Which one was he using?
All of them, I think.
I don't think.
But no, that was good. That was my favourite. It was certainly stood out for me. There were a lot of ballads and a lot of sort of slow ballads. I quite like Christina Clara with the big curly hair and the people with the square drum things. That was quite good.
Primavera.
Yes. It reminded me a bit of, and here's one for the youth, Jefferson Airplane, Just Ask Alice.
Nobody apart from Andy's ever heard of that.
But yeah, it sort of sounded a bit like that. But I really like that song. Was there any you particularly liked?
Well, let me put my Dame Edna glasses on. I'll gladly tell. Yes, I did. Perpetua. I thought that was going to be an absolute corker with the band and everything, and I thought it was all right. It wasn't too bad. In a show full of ballads. I thought that one stuck out all right. And I really, talking of ballads, I really loved Noble. It was, I don't know, there was something about him that was, it was sort of sweet and it was lovely and it was sincere, and the words he sang were lovely. He obviously meant them and he loved somebody, and to hear a love song like that, I really enjoyed it. It touched me in places that Phil's never touched me.
Oh, crikey.
Jesus.
Christina.
You're going soft in your old age.
He was on with a blue suit and no shirt, wasn't he?
I'm still, I'm soft all over. Christina, I really like the coolness of it. It was even the sort of spoken words. I think I have it. It sort of relaxed me. It was calming and it was cool and it was really nice. And I think something like that.
I was going to say, Michelle, this is what is concerning me right now, is because you two are coming up with the songs I've also got down on my shortlist. I think I've spent too much time in your company.
Oh, that's really worrying. I'm not sure that's appropriate, Tom. That we agree. But yeah, I think I might just be, I don't know, on the turn and mellowing. It's like, you know, it was just like really nice and calming, and I really enjoyed it. But is it the Adamant one at the end? Bloody brilliant. What's wrong with Portugal? Why aren't you sending that? It was absolutely amazing.
I would have loved to have seen them send that. That to be fair, I think was my favourite. But I know what you mean about the ballads. There was a ballad out there. Was it Memory? It came 7th, sung by Noble. It's the same one you mentioned. But I thought that was too American for Festival de Canção. I thought it was just a bit too. Yeah, I just didn't think it hit the mark. But
beautiful. It was beautiful. I loved it. I really liked it. Beautiful.
Let's get some other views. Let's bring Paul and Andrew into the mix. Are you agreeing with what we're saying here? Were these the top songs of Festival de Canção, or have you got some others on the list?
I mean, the song that I particularly really liked was Nina. I thought it was actually quite a sophisticated, elegant ballad. I really liked that song. I also thought that a lot of the songs, maybe I don't understand Portuguese music style, the Fado, but it was like songs almost were perfect, but just didn't seem to quite click with me. But it felt almost like everybody's talking about the ballads. I almost like a jazzy light kind of feel to a lot of the songs as well. It felt like going to a Shack Attack concert in the early 80s.
It's a good point.
Sorry, yeah, I think retro is the whole contest. It was retro, stylish, jazzy, just different from every other country. I think that's a good thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't always necessarily translate to a song, but they do try to be really different. I really like the song which was Buba Espino. I thought, you know, he's got a lovely voice, sweet song, very simple statement, but you know, he just was my favourite of the night. Looks a bit like Ben Elton singing, but if you take out that, it was really good. The one with the curly hair just really reminded me of Crystal Tips. An age will remember Crystal Tips and Alistair. So the song was nice as well. So it was jazz. A lot of them were jazzy.
It's true. I think when it comes to the jazziness, I think very much. I mean, the example I have is Perpetua Ben Long Daki, which came 9th, to be fair. But I thought that had the background of Eurovision 1995 with an ending of a song that sounded a bit like from about 1989, I think, in the end of it. But let's move on, because I know we're leaving Sean out of the mix there. Let's bring Sean in. Sean, are you agreeing with what we're saying here? Was it all a bit too retro vision for us?
There's nothing wrong with a bit of retro. I quite liked it. And it was actually nice to have, in amongst all the mayhem and craziness that we've got going on this Eurovision season, because let's face it, like 80% of the entries are really up-tempo songs or bonkers crazy entries. It's nice to have a few ballads to listen to as well. So I thought it was a really, really strong final. There's half a dozen songs in there that I really, really like. Change by Silk Nobber. Maybe not Nobber. I mean, song one, what the bloody hell was that? I mean, it was theatrical. It was chaotic. I bloody loved it. It was amazing. It was fantastic. I think I watched it about 6 times today. Really, really enjoyed that whole experience. Brilliant. Memory that Michelle liked as well by Noble. Again, yeah, like you say, Michelle, I agree. A beautiful song. He's got a lovely, lovely voice. But I just got one criticism. He sang the entire song with his eyes closed. Completely closed. The entire song. And I'm like, open your eyes. Do you know what I mean? I think more people would have bought into it and it might have got a better result if it had sung with his eyes open. So
that's multitasking, though, isn't it?
Come on, open your eyes.
Catch up on your sleep and sing a song at the same time. I mean,
Primavera. That was again very cultural. I like the square drums. I'm not sure what the flowers in the shoes were, in the Crocs at the front of the stage were. I don't know what that was all about. It was all a little bizarre, but a fab song. There's so many. Pontus Phineas. A harp, like you said. Yeah, we see a harp. Brilliant. I love a harp. I love how it got like a nice mellow beat halfway through it. It was just, I just really, really enjoyed that song. What else? Dolce Mysterio. It was a real happy chappy, having a nice time. It was so cute. His jacket were a bit big though. But he had my head sort of swaying, my feet tapping. It was a really lovely song. I just want to mention Song 11 by Perpetua. I'm not going to try and pronounce it because I'm on the gin. But I love the funky, jazzy, retro bop. I liked it. It's going on my playlist. I love how the guitars were dancing in sync and everything. The pastel-coloured suits. It's a proper late 80s throwback. It was just brilliant. A really, really entertaining selection of songs there in Portugal. Loved it.
Hey, amazing. Cheers, Sean. And finally, Michelle, what's the chat room saying? And you got yourselves on mute, my dears.
It's a good job we're on mute because something just fell on the floor behind us. Let me put my good glasses on so I can see what's going on. So we've got, let's go on, Phil.
Okay, let's have a look. Little John liked the guy with the green suit. With a backdrop of a poet looking out from a rock.
I like that. That's a good opinion. I like that. Yeah.
Katerina liked Pellas, so I didn't remember the title.
That's okay. You don't have to remember the title as long as you liked it.
Donna, who liked Yao and Christina too.
That was Yao was really good. Really, really good. Done over.
Thomas is just wearing Michelle's glasses.
Wait, hang on, that's the wrong glasses. It's the Dame Edna glasses that he likes. I like the fact that Lee Fern didn't watch any of Festival de Canção because he forgot.
Yeah.
But it's there somewhere, but Phil can't find it. But it doesn't matter. You can still enjoy the show, even if you've not watched what was going on. You'd get a drift from it and watch it afterwards.
Little John thought Memory sounded Irish.
Yeah. Donna, further up, agreed that he looked like Adamant.
Yeah.
He did. It was Adamant vibes. And we all like an Adamant. It's quite tasty.
So
I think that's about it.
That's about it for
that's
FTC,
about it for Canção. Thank you.
Yeah.
Back to you, Tom.
Now I'm on mute. Crikey. It's contagious, this, isn't it? Crikey. Right, guys. Let's hear what the winner is. Guys in the chat room, message us. Do you reckon this is going to qualify? Is this going to make it through its semi-final? Let us know in the chat. I'm going to be asking the panel for their views on this as well. Let's take a look.
Seguimos assim, aqui, pouco a pouco. Quero largar o que me deixou ferida. Peço à estrela mãe que faz. Hoje eu quero provar a mim mesmo. Eu posso ser o que eu quiser. Que ainda bate a luz no peito e abre, só chama que ainda arde aquilo que me deixou ferida. Peço à estrela mãe que faça o dia, bate a luz no peito e abre, só chama que ainda arde, ainda arde, ainda arde. Muito obrigada.
There we have it, the winner in Ukraine. Guys, let's bring you all together as a
Ukraine
for this. Not Ukraine, Portugal.
Portugal.
Goodness, Jesus.
Not even close.
I've just drifted off.
That's on the bloopers reel.
Yeah, that is on the bloopers reel, isn't it? Crikey.
As professional as ever.
I know. I was looking at the semi-final order. I couldn't even do that right. Right. Let's just move on. Pretend it didn't happen, and we'll go straight to Sean. Where do you see Portugal coming this year? Is this a winner in the making?
You caught me mid-gulp then, Tom. I love this. I love how it's just her voice at the beginning and nothing else, and then it all unfolds into this amazing, dramatic, powerful performance. I love the choreography of the dancers and the way that they use the hands, just the way that they support. I think this is probably going to be one of the potential winners of maybe Best Choreography Award at the forthcoming ESC Fan TV Awards, which you'll find out more about next week. Find more about that next week. But what a voice, what a performance. I just loved it from start to finish. And this is going to stand out a mile in the madness that is Eurovision 2024 in Malmö. It's going to be an easy qualifier in my book. I thought it was absolutely stunning.
Sean,
yeah.
How much did you love it?
Oh, yeah, I think you might have had your finger on the button ready. I loved it quite a lot.
Oh,
I love it. I love it. I love it.
He was teasing you, wasn't he, Michelle?
He's an arsehole.
I saw that. Let's go on to Paul and Andrew. Paul and Andrew, this song is in semi-final 1. It's shaping up to be quite a strong semi-final. We've got Baby Lasagna in there. We've got Bambi Thug. We've got Teodora from Serbia. We have Ukraine in there as well. Electric Fields from Australia. Windows 95 Man. Tali representing Luxembourg. First Luxembourg entry in 30 odd years. How is this going to stand out from the crowd? Can it stand out from the crowd?
I think for me, the staging was amazing. I think her voice was very good, but the song didn't like it at all. So sorry, just left me flat.
Whereas I loved it, actually. It was one of my favourites of the night. I think it will stand to the others because they're all completely mad. I mean, honestly, the rest of it is such madness that this will be like a little oasis of calm in the middle of a massive storm. So, yeah, I really loved it. I thought it was like a haunting intro. Beautiful voice. Quite a sad song. But then it sort of transformed halfway through into something really uplifting. Love the contemporary dancers, beautiful dancing. Not quite sure of the reason why they're in white. I'm sure that will come out once I read about the meaning of the song. Very dramatic. Yeah, I think it will. I think it will qualify, actually.
Cool. Right, let's move on to Alina. What are we thinking?
I really liked her song, but am I the only one who is like hating on the dancers? I didn't like them at all. Sometimes they were like a bit ruining the song for me, and I was like, ooh. Other moments they were like fitting in, but yeah, I had some mixed feelings with the act, like loving the song, hating the way it's staged. But I don't know if it will qualify because it's in a strong semi. So I hope for the Portuguese people that it will, but I'm a bit scared for them.
Okay, interesting. Andy, you're on mute.
Yes. I thought it was a very well crafted song. Everything about it was very professional. The staging was great. I really liked that. But it left me a little bit cold. And it reminded me somewhat of Blanca Paloma from Spain last year. And I thought that was going to do rather better than it did. And it turned out that it was just a little bit too off the wall and ethnic. This is probably a bit of an easier song to get to like, but I do think it'll struggle, unfortunately. I would very much like to see it in the final because I'm a big fan of countries that promote their own music rather than singing in English. So it would be great in the final, but I'm not sure it'll get there.
Okay, cheers, Andy. Donna in the chat room says that the performance could stand out in the way that Saudade did. Gently does it. Speaking of gently, Phil and Michelle, your say.
The staging is really, really good.
To be fair, it's a very Portuguese song, isn't it? And I think Portugal generally sends songs that are very Portuguese. You know, they want to send something that's representative of their own style of music. And she's got a powerful voice as well, hasn't she?
Oh, she does, yeah. And the staging was really good.
I'm not sure if it's my kind of thing though, but having said that, it's going to stand out, I think, because there's a lot of up-tempo, sort of, not necessarily novelty songs, because I don't like that term, because a lot of the songs still have some sort of meaning, but up-tempo, fun, dancey sort of songs. And this isn't. So I think it could stand out. I think it could qualify.
The staging's really good.
Okay.
Tell me you didn't like the song without saying you didn't like the song.
I thought the staging was amazing.
This is one of those things where I'm almost. It's like the Terry Wogan thing. I bring it up every year. It's when how you could tell Terry Wogan didn't like a song in Eurovision. He'd basically turn around and goes, during songs like this, you really notice the staging. Insert broadcaster here really has done a phenomenal job.
The staging was fantastic.
There we go. So, guys, let's do a simple game of thumbs up, thumbs down. Thumbs up for qualifying, thumbs down for not qualifying. Is this making it through semi-final one? Place your votes now. Crikey. 2 up, 2 down. Oh no, 3. Andy, I don't even know what Andy's doing. He's you playing Tetris with your hands? I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, he's trying to just slot them in. Do you know? I reckon that's a draw. I reckon we ain't got a clue. I reckon that is the first kind of total and utter draw we have had, guys. Literally 2 in the middle, 2 up, 2 down. Never mind. I think this is going to qualify. In the same way I thought saw that one. wasn't going to qualify a couple of years ago. I was shocked when I found out that it's qualified, but I rate it now. There we go. Right, people, we're halfway through the show. It is time to tackle Melodifestivalen. And yes, for the last 6 weeks, we have gathered together at 8 o'clock UK time, 9 p.m. Central European time, to discuss the movements in Swedish pop. We have seen many highs, and we have seen some interesting lows, I would argue, across the whole thing. Obviously, from Alina's point of view, they saved the best till last with Bjorn again. But let's take a look at the songs that sadly didn't win last night's Melfest. There we go, 11 songs that made up this year's Melfest. Let's just take a quick look at the final results. Obviously, we know that Marcus and Martinez did win, and we'll get round to that in a second. But just before my panel take their turn, I suppose this applies more to Sean and Alina, who were on last week's show, who made some predictions. And let's just see. Alina, Marcus and Martinez, they won. Maria Sir, a bit down the list for second, and Liamu, also a bit down the list. Sean, again, Marcus and Martinez, and then we've got Jacqueline, Effortless. Oh dear, that was Sean's second place, and I can't even actually read what I put down for Sean's third place. Oh, Annalise, I think. There we go. Light Annika. There we go. Oh, it's not too bad. Are we happy with our predictions, Sean and Alina?
Well, we got the winner, didn't we, Alina?
This is also true. To be fair, you both said, you said Lisa Ajax for last place. Nah, not too bad. And Danny Saucedo as well was also mooted for last place. Yeah. So, yeah, it's better than my prediction of Liamu coming last, wasn't it? Just throwing it out there. So let's get down to the thing, because I know Alina is absolutely longing to talk about this one. Alina, you have 30 seconds to express your excitement about seeing Eric Sada in last night's final as part of Bjorn Again. Your time starts now.
Oh, you put me on the spot. Now I can talk about him. Oh, no. But, God, he looked amazing, didn't he? Whoo! I was enjoying it. But yeah, I'm going to shut up and talk about Eric Sada now. I'm just going to talk about the other contestants. Because I think they're watching our show. I mean, we said something about Toddler the last time being like this scary pose, She didn't do that. And then Sean mentioned that Danny Saucedo would look so much better in another costume.
Yeah.
He changed it. So they're definitely watching our shows. I'm just saying it. Otherwise, I was like very impressed with Maria Sur, with Jacqueline, with Medina. I really loved the final. But I was really, really not scared, but like worried for Lisa Ajax. The way that she holds onto her liquid now that she was pregnant. Have you seen her fingers? I was like, oh, poor girl. Like, I didn't watch her perform. I was just like, you need to go to the doctor. Something is not right. But otherwise, great show, great final. Really enjoyed it. And yeah, some guys won, and we're gonna talk about that later.
Yeah, we'll talk about Martin and Martinez in a minute. I'd like to say Melfest is the most exciting thing to come out of Sweden this month. Unfortunately, the third series of Young Royals drops on Netflix tomorrow morning. Just saying. Oh, Alina didn't know. She didn't know. Oh, tomorrow morning I have it in my diary. Oh, I can't wait. Final episode the following week, along with the behind-the-scenes documentary. Anyway, we digress. Paul and Andrew, who were your favourites in the final? Who impressed?
I mean, oh right, yeah, I'm quite a few, to be honest. It was quite a strong final. Smash Into Pieces, I thought I liked that song. It was very similar to last year, but you know they always do. You know, everything I've seen of them has just made me think they're just great. It's just great pop rock band. What was yours?
I absolutely loved Dotter. I cannot believe she came last. I'm absolutely fallen out of love with Melfest for that. It's I can't forgive you. I'm sorry. But I also thought Cassiopeia was just a traditional bit of sort of like Euro pop that just sounded amazing.
Yeah, but it's not easy to write a love song, but it's easy to sing a love song while you're lying down on a piano. That's all I would say about that. Danny Saucedo looked much better although he's still wearing a jumper like me. But yeah, he got rid of his horrible jacket. I think Aline, I think you might be right. They might have watched his show. Who else? Too many.
I mean, it was the one good thing I'd say for Melfest is there was a real variety of songs. So there was like fast songs, there were slow songs, there were sort of like lots of poppy songs, and I think that was the real triumph.
Medina, I thought it was great. I just thought it was if that had won, I would set Eurovision on fire. You know, everybody likes a nice long, but unfortunately, just didn't get through. So yeah, we overall really impressed.
Excellent. Thanks, Paul and Andrew. Please, you enjoyed it. Let's go to Andy. Do any of them, I'm just inviting this question on myself here. Do any of them live up to the great thing that is ABBA? Since you've got an ABBA top on.
Yes, I got this at Voyage. Yeah, there was one song in the competition that I absolutely loved to bits, and only one song. I thought everything was of very high standard of professionalism. The songs were superbly produced, but they all sort of sounded as if the production was done by the same people. A lot of the songs were written by the same people. But the song that I liked more than any of the others was Cassiopeia's "Give My Heart a Break." She was co-writer of Tattoo, so she was she's a Eurovision winner herself, and there she was on the stage, and she looked like a combination of a 12-year-old and an 80-year-old. She just had the most extraordinary look, and but it was great. I really, really, really enjoyed that, and I think it would have made a really good home entry for them.
Hey, thanks, Andy. And I think if we look at let's just pull this up, because she was second, wasn't she? After the jury vote, she had 46 points there. So, I mean, she did do very well. She came fourth overall. We can see there 87 points. 41 came from the, televote. So, I mean, she did very well, didn't she? And I think it was a bright act, I think.
Say that again. Yes, it was.
Exactly.
I want that top.
Do you know what? I am sure that can be arranged. I hear Vision Tees might be producing one just as we speak. Now, before we do go to Mr. Vision Tees himself, Phil and Michelle, the chat room seems to be awash with comments on this one. What have we got? They're on mute again.
You're on mute, guys.
I don't think they've realised they're on mute either.
Yeah.
So Little John.
So go back, Little John.
Go back to Little John. We can edit this out. It'll be fine. Most of these songs will be left-hand side if chosen. I'm not sure, but you know.
I agree.
Katerina was there. She was in the stadium. Said it was amazing. People said for Dotter, but she said she didn't have a chance.
Yeah, it's a shame about Dotter, but you know, it is what it is. Well, actually, Melfest had quite a bit of variety in this final. There were many songs that could have won this. Says, well, it's Donna. We all know it's Donna.
Yeah. In fact, we've got a bit of a discussion about Dotter here. Donna says that she was surprised she came last, but Katerina's not surprised.
And Katerina was there, so
I
don't know. I think that maybe she supersedes Donna on that because she was there, so she heard it live and how it happened.
But people love Medina apparently.
Who are these people?
I don't
why
know.
are they not watching us?
What else
I was one of them. I liked Medina.
Yeah, but you're, to be fair, Tom, you're always wrong. Smashed to Pieces, they were still my favourite. Well,
here's an interesting one. Little John says a music professor said Cassiopeia's song was based on Pachelbel's canon.
Oh,
yes, it was. And if you tune in to the ESC Fan TV episode from a couple of weeks ago, I said exactly the same thing.
Oh, I'm not sure you did. I don't think I watched that one, so maybe you did.
Sean, stand up for me.
I wasn't listening. I was drunk.
Yeah, don't understand. Dotter ending last. Smashing to Pieces was my favourite. You know, it's And
Little Joseph, pink tops. Sean can provide the pink balaclava.
Oh no, we're not going into Sean's cupboard again. Every week, Sean's cupboard gets open. So they're the views. I don't know. Nobody's saying that. What was it? Who won? Whoever won should have won.
Well, I kind of skipped over the comments about.
That's because we haven't got to that bit yet.
I don't know. It's been a long day. It's been a long day.
It's all right. You put your feet up for 5 minutes, and we'll come back to you for some more comments in a minute.
Okay, thanks, Tom. Back to you.
Obviously, the results of Melfest last night. I'm going to take you through some of my favourites because I have been. Let's say I'm always invested in Melfest anyway, even if I have to say, didn't think this was as good as previous years. But I'm going to indulge myself. Medina, of course we love Medina. I think Medina would have made a fantastic entry. Unfortunately, I think it probably would have gone exactly the same way as Mickey's Lavender went a few years ago. Smashing to Pieces came third, and also came third in the televote as well. Fantastic to see for them. Did I pick Dotter as last? No, I didn't. I think my surprise of the night is probably Liamu being up there so much because I'll be honest, I thought he was probably going to be rock bottom with Lisa Ajax and Dotter. I almost had odds on him to do a Paul Ray. He managed to get 1 vote last year from the televote, I think it was.
I love Paul Ray.
But Sean, my friend, this is your moment.
I love
Take
Paul
it
Ray.
away.
You know Paul Ray, I love him and his songs. We listen to him all the time, and one of his songs might well be our wedding song. Love it. But anyway, yeah, well, surprisingly night for me. Again, well, yeah, Dotter was last. It's a shame. I've never really been a fan. I quite like Bulletproof, but I think she'd just stick to songwriting. Her voice isn't my thing. She does these annoying afflictions with her voice sometimes that I find really irritating. I mean, she co-wrote A Million Years, which is one of my all-time favorite Melodifestivalen songs. It's just a fantastic song, and if she can, you know, do stuff like that, I think I'd rather just, you know, see her concentrating on songwriting and giving up performing. Sorry, I know, but I shouldn't say that. But I'm not a fan. Medina, not my thing with the Que Sera thing. But we were watching it last night, me and Ian, and we just said to each other, it looks like the SVT want this to win because of all the extra things he threw at it, all the extra pyro, all the extra smoke and everything. They just ramped up the production on that song. Maybe it's because it's a bigger arena and they can do, I don't know, but it just felt that coupled with the running order that they probably wanted them to win. Song 1, Marisa, I love that song. Fantastic. I love how they do that. Melfest do a really cool thing. And they did it on a few other songs. They did it on Marcus and Martinez's song as well, where dancers just appear out of nowhere. It's like, where the hell did they come from? And it's really magical when it happens. It happened at Anna Bergendahls' Kingdom Come a few years back. It's just spectacular when it happens. They just, and they're there. It's like, how did they do that? And obviously, you have a close-up camera shot first, but when it pans back out, it's there, and it's a surprise. It's really cool. I know that you're a fan of Smash It to Pieces, Tom, but this is no way near as good as 6 Feet Under. It really is.
I agree.
Okay, right, cool. You agree. Okay. So, yeah, but, you know, if they come back with the strong songs, you know, 1 year, they can't do next year, but maybe in a couple of years' time, maybe they could actually win it. One of my favorites of the night is Light, Annika Vicky Halder. Brilliant song, really, really well performed again. I'm so pleased that got through to the final. Cassiopeia, big fan. I know she I can't believe, was it Andy who said she's like an 80-year-old dressed as a teenager or whatever. She's actually 35, but yeah, she's fab and she's fun and she does appeal to a certain demographic, which she's probably going to ensure that the way she dresses, the kind of songs that she performs, the younger people are going to vote her through to the final. And she's probably going to be in the final every time that she tries to enter Melfest, I think. She might even win it the other way. But yeah, it was nice to see. Liamu, Dragon, no, not as good as Bluffing, nowhere near. Final 2 I want to speak about is Jacqueline, Effortless. Last time, if you remember, when we saw a first performance, I absolutely loved the staging. I loved the song. I loved everything about it apart from her because she was expressionless. She looked dead behind the eyes. It looks like she couldn't be bothered. I don't know if she thought, oh, have I left the iron on or something or whatever. But there was something about it missing. Last night, it was a whole lot different. We actually saw her smile. Her eyes were gleaming. She was up there. She was enjoying it. She put everything into the performance. It made it so much better. So, yeah, I was disappointed it came 9th because that was one of my favourites out of the whole competition. And finally, Danny Sortino. Yes, I agree with Elena. SVT have been watching this. They've told him to take his tracksuit off and get something a bit more appropriate on there. I'm still annoyed that he wasn't given staging where he can dance because we know he's a brilliant dancer as well as a brilliant singer and performer. So next time if Danny comes back, I want to see the whole shebang, and I think he'd do better. So yeah, epic final. I know we've had a few dodgy heats, but at the end of it, it was a pretty amazing, spectacular show last night.
Hey, thank you, Sean. Now, the winner by a landslide last night was Marcus and Martinez. Let's take a quick listen to their song, and also the moment that they secured victory last night.
Unforgettable. Marcus and Martinus!
She comes alive at night when I praise her sleep. She gon' chew you up and leave you empty hollow as you spit you out. Oh, she's unforgettable. She's unforgettable.
12 points, unforgettable Marcus and Martinus.
And 12 points, unforgettable and Marcus and Martinus.
12 points go to the truly unforgettable Marcus and Martinus.
12 points, Marcus and Martinus.
12 points go to Marcus and Martinus.
12 points, unforgettable.
Med Cassiopeia, 41 poäng. Med Marcus och Martinus, 92 poäng! Och det här betyder
Tårar ser vi ju här. Och där ser vi ju topp 3-ställningen och det stämde ju precis som det.
She gon' chew you up and leave you empty hollow as you spit you out. Any way I follow, she's dangerous. She's unforgettable, unforgettable. She's unforgettable. And I know it, it's painful 'cause I feel it inside me. She's unforgettable.
There we go, the unforgettable Marcus and Martinus, the winners of Melodifestivalen 2024. Just before I go to the panel, we're going to point out a couple of interesting things on the voting, just because I'm sad like that. And you know what? I'm just going to go with I'm sad like that. They won 177 points to 104. That's the same amount of points as Loreen got last year with Tattoo. The difference being that Marcus and Martinus last year in second place got 138, which is quite astounding. Interesting last year as well that the last placed songs got far fewer votes. There seemed to be a lot of spread of points this time round compared with last year, with a very clear winner. I mean, let's face it, we cannot deny that this was a landslide victory for them. The question is, are they going to be unforgettable when it comes to Malmö? Andy, let's start with you.
Well, I'm afraid I do think it is completely forgettable. I'm sorry to be a party pooper, but I don't like it at all. It reminds me very much of Sweden's entries in 2017 and 2018. So super slick production, very good choreography, but a bit of a nothing song. But the boys remind me of Stephen Gately so much. Brought a tear to my eye. Both of them look very much like him.
Do you know what? Now you've said that, I can see that.
And
it is, isn't it?
It brought a tear to my eye because he was such a lovely man and a great singer, and sadly missed. So sorry to bring a bit of a party pooper there, and I think it's not going to trouble the top of the scoreboard.
Thanks very much, Andy.
But Lee thinks it's going to come top 5. So
this is true. We'll deal with that in a minute. We'll deal with that in a moment. Andy can place his bets. Paul and Andrew, I mean, do you think this is deliberate? Do we think that Sweden just don't want to do the double? I mean, it's a lot to host an event of this totally and utterly preposterous magnitude anyway. To do it a second time running on the bounce would be too much, surely.
I don't think Sweden think like that. I just think they want to go for it all the time. I don't think that's even a factor in this. It's just how it's worked out that the songs this year haven't been as perhaps in certain other years. Or I still loved it. We went to it 3 years ago to the final. It was one of the best nights of our lives, and I could still see exactly why everybody loves it in Sweden. Just whatever the songs. Yeah. So Marcus and Martinez, it's strange. Andy, you said that literally 2 minutes ago. Watching the reprise, I turned to Andrew and I said, "Don't they look like Stephen Gately?" And I hadn't thought of it before, but I just did.
Hey.
Slick production, beautiful, really, really slick, polished performance. I hope it. I hope something out of it. I hope they get a career across the world, Europe, from Eurovision. You know, rather than just in Sweden and Norway.
I mean, the staging of the performance, blew me away. That was just amazing. I thought the vocals were very good. I thought their whole production just seemed to stream quality. I understand what Andy's saying. There are times I've listened to the song because I put it on my playlist when I think it could win. Then there are other times I think, well, it's able to sort of like come 17th, 18th. I honestly don't know where this is going to come. It's one of those where it really confuses me in a way. I just don't know whether it's going to be first or.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see where this is going to place, isn't it? Little John saying, no way, it won't be top 10. Interesting to note some comments in the chat room, and we'll come back to them in a bit, mainly because I haven't actually, I think it'd be one for our review. But notice Aftonbladet this morning also published a story that this song was basically a copy of Salva Mia by Faithless. And there has been some suggestions of potential plagiarism in the offing. But we'll deal with that when the story unfolds. We're not a news organisation. We're a reviewing organisation made up of people that just, quite frankly, have nowhere to go on a Sunday night. And so we create our own little pubs indoors. I'm on the vanilla vodka. Michelle's on the wine. Sean's on the gin. Andy's on the cough medicine, and we're all just getting by. So, Elena, are you happy with this result?
I'm very happy. Like, from the first time they performed in the semis, I was like, that is my winner. Also, I'm biased because I follow them for already like a few years since they were like little kids. I was like, oh, they're so cute. I love their music. So now seeing them in Melodifestivalen makes me really, really happy. And I also think they had like the strongest song, and the way they performed was just like it should be. So I'm very, very happy. I'm a happy girl.
Hey, we always love it when you're happy as well, Elena. Just to pick up on a comment in the chat, because someone's put in the chat, can you believe they got more televote than the Ring got last year? I can. I just think the competition was stronger last year. I'll be honest. My other comment on that, and I will pass over to Sean on this in a minute, but Smash Into Pieces got 59 televotes last year and 59 televotes this year. It's just on the juries they've landed a bit more this year. Sean, are we happy with the result?
Oh, yes. I love it. I love it. I love it. Are you ready? No.
There we go. All of a sudden.
You know what? These guys, they've been singing and performing for the last sort of 12 years. They're only 21. They've been at it since they were like 10-year-old, and they now know what they're doing. And they've come with this massive dance anthem on Melodifestivalen. The staging is insane. It is absolutely crazy. Every single camera angle is precision pointed. It's planned. It's perfection. It's crazy. It's brilliant to watch. I can't see this not coming top 5. I can't see it not coming top 5. It is brilliant. And I do think they've got a chance of doing the double here for Sweden. Someone said Sweden won't want to win it twice in a row. Bullshit, right? They want that 7th victory. They want to equalize. They want an 8th. They want a victory now in the year that, the 50th anniversary since ABBA won. Are you kidding me? Of course SVT want to win this again. Of course Sweden do. Absolutely. Absolutely. And this is the act that could possibly do it. There are a couple of great guys. It's just a phenomenal song, a phenomenal performance. Okay, it's a good song. It's a really good song. It's not a phenomenal song, but the staging just takes it on to another level. Let's face it. I don't think Loreen would have won without that staging last year. I don't, to be honest. But this is just fantastic. I'm really, really pleased that it won, and I was gutted I wasn't there. But yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. Brilliant, brilliant.
Sean, you'll be there next year. Okay, we'll be there next year. I think I'm going to make a trip across to Sweden for the Melfest final next year. The only thing that concerned me about your enthusiasm there, I thought you were about to burst into song. I just had that inkling. I
wouldn't put anyone through that. That's really not fair. That's Andy's cup of tea. Let's leave it to the people who can actually sing.
Right, in a moment, guys, we're going to be asking the panel where they think Sweden are going to come in this year's Eurovision. Don't forget, for those people that are listening, our casual listeners, perhaps those who perhaps aren't as au fait with the sacred rules of Eurovision as we are, Sweden go straight through to the grand final this year because they're hosting. But Phil and Michelle, what are the chat rooms saying?
Well, before we go to the chat room, we're going to give you our opinion on the winner.
Is that right?
Oh, of course it is.
Yeah.
I would just like to say that I watched the staging, and as somebody that sat in Turin and watched a woman with post-it notes in a room go round and you couldn't see her.
Oh, it was snap, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. The staging, if you're in the actual arena, unless you're absolutely dead straight on, you're going to see nothing.
Yeah, it's a corridor. It's a corridor. Why are they in the corridor?
You're going to be really angry. Really angry.
But it's a good song.
I got,
you got some vibes from this, didn't you?
I've got my glasses on. What's he called? Phil?
Benjamin Ingrosso, you said?
Yeah, Benjamin Ingrosso.
You thought it was...
I got Benjamin Ingrosso vibes, and then I needed to sit down and have therapy for half an hour because, it was just... there's something about it, and I just didn't like it.
Did you not?
It was... No.
It
wasn't as creepy as Benjamin Ingrosso, but...
I thought they were a top quality Norwegian Jedward, to be honest. It was a good upbeat song. They do say unforgettable quite a lot.
Unforgettable. I heard that they actually did plagiarize the song from Phil, who actually wrote this about me years ago, years and years and years ago. And somehow it's wound the way to Swedenland, and now they're singing about me. It's just about me.
I'll tell you what, here's an interesting question for you, and this will be for the viewers at home to find out at some point. Who sings their title more times in the song? Is it Ollie Alexander singing Dizzy, or is it Marcus and Martina singing Unforgettable? I think that'd be quite a close competition.
Yeah, we're going to leave that to the nerds. Let's go to the chat room. Let's go to that one.
That one. Okay.
Yes. After extensive research...
On Google for...
No, I put my glasses on for a minute and Googled it. Yes, they did. They won MGP Junior in 2012.
Yep.
So I didn't even know that was a thing, but they did. They definitely won it.
Yeah, Donna thinks it's fairly forgettable. Thinks he might scrape the top 10. Lee's got it as his number 2 with Croatia. If he doesn't get the hat with Italy, but that was another show. We seem to have gone into a bit of a discussion about Croatia and Italy here.
Yeah,
Katarina says she doesn't see Sweden not coming top 5. Maybe she's biased, but there you go.
But is Katarina? We don't know if Katarina's Swedish or not. All we know is she was there, and she thinks it's going to be top 5.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
Little John wouldn't be surprised if he gave Sweden the double.
Oh, controversial.
Lee jumped on your comment about Benjamin Grasso, says it's way better than Dance You Off.
Oh, yes, because Dance You Off still gives me creepy nightmares and makes me skin itch.
John's agreeing with me about Jedward. Katarina isn't Swedish.
Oh, nice,
Okay,
nice. Yeah,
super.
yeah.
Fair enough.
There we go. This is also educational. We're not just informative. Well, we are informative, but it's also educational as well.
Michelle, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Question. So you said that Phil wrote this song "Unforgettable About You."
Yeah.
So I'm just going to read you some of the lyrics. She's going to chew you up and leave you empty, hollow. Then she'll spit you out.
Yeah, it's a sex song.
Oh no!
Really? What did you think I was going to say? Come on, have a think about it, really.
And you'll see that clip repeated on TikTok at some point this week.
Yeah, and you can also pay for it on my OnlyFans.
Yeah. You'll see it on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Mastodon, Facebook.
Oh, ding, ding, ding. Everybody off. Right, guys. You've got a couple of options here. You can go for top 5, top 10. You can go for mid-table mediocrity, or you can go for bottom 5. Where do we think Sweden are going to come? Paul and Andrew, let's go to you first. Go.
No idea.
Top 10.
No idea.
Top 10.
It could be top 5. It could be bottom 5.
Oh,
definitely top 10.
I like the way you hammered your colours to the mast there very quickly. Right, Andy, let's go to you.
I would say definitely not top 5, but after that, I haven't got a clue. Won't be bottom 5 either. So,
okay.
8. 8.
Just in response to Katarina, by the way, bottom 5 not happening. I don't see it happening either. I still have to give it as an option. It's just the same as everything else. Alina, what are we thinking?
I want it to be top 5, but with like the Netherlands and Croatia and Finland, I think it probably will be top 10.
Okay.
I don't want it to be top 5.
Phil and Michelle?
You have to remember that in our top 10, we now have 17 songs in the top 10. So it's like, what are we shoving out? It's going to be top 10.
I think you'd be hard pressed any year to put Sweden out.
You
in
would
the
not
top 10.
bet against it being in the top 10. It's not going to be top.
No. I don't think it'll make top 5.
It's not going to be top 5.
But you don't know. It's such a strange year this year.
But
Anything could happen.
It's going to be top 10, but not top 5.
No, I don't think it'll be top 5 either.
Okay, interesting. Sean, what do you think?
I reckon, because I'm always right.
Oh,
right.
Dear.
I think, this is my theory. I'm going to say top 5, right? And this is my theory. There are half a dozen really bonkers entries this year, and they're going to split the vote. People aren't going to vote for more than one bonkers song. And I think that these bonkers songs won't do as well as you think. And I think because of that, this will have the potential to win the whole damn thing. I'm saying top 5, maybe second, maybe first.
Can I just interject there?
Yes.
And just say that Sean could possibly be deluded.
Okay, but I could also possibly be right.
Deluded.
This is also true. It's Schrodinger's Eurovision. But me personally, I am going to go for Sweden coming in the top 10. I reckon my prediction here is 7th. I think, could Sweden do the double? My theory is on this one, it's going to be too close to call. But when Ireland did their triple win in the 90s, it was very much a jury vote. It's a televote this time round, and I'll be perfectly honest, I think your casual Eurovision voter on a Saturday night, there is an element of them that don't like picking up the phone for the same country 2 years on the bounce. I think there is an element of fairness in there. And so I reckon close but no cigar. There you go. That's my take on it. Guys, we're over the hour. It's an hour and 12 minutes. But do you know what? I have so much fun with all of you, my friends. I wish we could keep talking for hours and hours. Alas, we can't. And the show has come to an end. I would like to have a massive thank you to my panel. A big thanks to Alina.
Thanks for having me, and see you on the next one.
Hey, big thanks to Andy.
Thank you very much for having me, and good night to everybody.
Hey, big thanks to Paul and Andrew.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you for having us, and see you next year.
Yeah, the next season of next season.
Hey, big thanks to Phil and Michelle.
Yay!
We'll
see you next week for when we start semi-final reviews.
A quick
do you know
from
what? I like
John.
this.
Oh, like and subscribe. Yeah, thank you, little John. Every week, we love you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
gives us a little reminder.
Yeah, do like and subscribe. Do keep the conversation going. I do like the fact that Michelle knows what's coming up next week this time, because there's a few times I've said.
You know what? I do know what's coming up next week.
I know.
Because we're done with national finals. This is it. The final, the end. Oh my goodness.
Oh, brilliant. And also, can we just say a big thanks to Mr. Vision Tees and Mr. Video Clips himself, because he does all these video clips for us that we've seen throughout the show. It is Mr. Sean Dwyer. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me. It's been wonderful. Love being part of this. And see you hopefully next time. Bye.
Fabulous. Guys, we are back next week with semi-final 1 review. Don't forget to keep the conversation going. Like, comment, subscribe on YouTube. If you've not seen some of our national final reviews, go back, look at them. I made some comments about Cassiopeia this time around. Go and see if they're true. Go and watch the Melfest semi-final 4 show, I think it was. In the meantime, we will see you back here next week, live on YouTube. And until then, it's ta-ra for now. Bye-bye.
Bye.